Michael T.
News with Katrina Smith.
Welcome and good morning. Thank you so much for joining us on this Saturday. It's March 28th. I'm Katrina Smith, and we are joined by meteorologist Jill Reel this morning on this one brisk reminder of what winter feels like here in central New York, but just for a day, right, Jill?
Yeah, even though the calendar is like, oh, just kidding, it's the end of March, but it's in the 20s this morning. So yeah, bundle up. The sun is deceiving for this morning as we are continuing to track some sunshine throughout the morning hours, but it is cold outside. Temperatures are starting off in the 30s across central New York. And we're also tracking, yes, a few snow showers to our west. A weak disturbance is going to move throughout the afternoon, just giving us a few flurries. We'll see a mix of sun and clouds as we head throughout the afternoon and into the evening hours. So enjoy the sunshine while we still have it. But it is cold out there. We are at 21 in Lowville, 21 in Otter Lake, 22 in Westernville, 23 in Deansboro, 23 as well in Little Falls. Same story across the southern valleys, waking up in the 20s, 21 in Cooperstown, 19 in Oneonta, but at least we're seeing some sunshine for this morning. Now, as we head towards late morning into the early afternoon, notice that chance for some snow showers. Nothing accumulating, but a few snow showers possible as we go throughout the early afternoon, and then mostly cloudy skies for the rest of the day. Highs only in the 30s, but 60s do return. Look at that forecast coming up. Katrina?
Thank you so much, Jill. No Kings rally.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Jill Reel.
We are dealing with some cold temperatures this morning, but at least we're seeing some sunshine across central New York. A live look downtown Utica on our Nexus camera. Again, beautiful, beautiful start. If you ignore the temperature, it looks warm outside, but yeah, we're waking up in the 20s across the region. Some locations in the teens. So it is quite chilly out there, but we're seeing sunshine from Redfield, Osceola. They still have some snow on the ground up north, but Old Forest starting to see some patches of grass. Still a little bit of snow up there, but lots of sunshine for Herkimer down towards Lawrence and Brookfield. So a beautiful start to the day. We're going to continue to see some sunshine as we head towards the afternoon, but we are tracking a weak disturbance. That's going to bring us a few flurries as we go throughout the early afternoon hours. Not expecting much in the way of accumulation. Then we slightly get a little bit warmer as we head into tomorrow, about 10 to 15 degrees warmer, and then spring-like weather arrives just for the end of March and into the beginning of April. It's hard to believe that April begins next week. So on our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, not much going on locally. We are seeing clear skies and lots of sunshine, but as I zoom out, you notice a weak disturbance moving through the Rochester area. That is going to push to the east, and as it does, going to give us a little bit of extra cloud cover this afternoon and a few flurries. Again, not expecting much in the way of accumulation as we go throughout today, but do expect, again, a little bit more cloud cover this afternoon. And don't be surprised if you do see a few flurries as we go throughout the afternoon and evening hours. So on our Skycast, again, as we head towards this afternoon, a few flurries moving in around the noon hour, and then by 3 p.m., a mix of sun and clouds. As we head towards this evening, some very light lake effect snow possible up towards the North Country, up towards Boonville and Old Forge. But again, very light and not expecting much in the way of accumulation for the North Country. As we head into tonight, another cold night, not as cold as this morning, but we are starting off in the 20s tomorrow. But look at this. By tomorrow afternoon, we'll make our way into the 40s across the region, and even warmer weather will be knocking on our doorstep as we head towards Monday. So sunny night into Monday morning, temperatures will only drop back into the upper 30s to low 40s. So a very warm start for your Monday, and yes, we will be close to 60 degrees as we head towards Monday afternoon. But for today, again, a few flurries for this afternoon. Otherwise, it's cold, especially for the end of March, with temperatures in the low 30s. Tonight, quiet conditions under partly cloudy skies. We'll drop back into the 20s. And then taking a look at our spring forecast, upper 40s tomorrow, close to 60 on Monday. We'll be into the 60s, unfortunately, with some rain as we head towards Tuesday and Wednesday. And we'll kind of ignore the end of next week with a rain-snow mix possible by Friday. But we'll fine-tune that forecast as we get closer. Okay, so if you guys didn't know, Katrina went to Iceland a couple years ago. I went to Iceland in February, so I'm testing her knowledge. Also, my students, if they are watching, most of them are probably sleeping. They should know this answer as well. As of 2026, how many active volcanoes? So active, let me,
Yes.
means
What does active mean?
that it has erupted in the past.
Oh.
So it's not extinct.
Okay.
A lot of them are dormant or sleeping.
Just watching them.
Yes.
Let's go with C, 27. Let's maybe
It
32.
is 32. Yes.
I
So
wasn't paying attention to that.
people,
I was enjoying the hot spring.
Iceland is known as the island of fire and ice.
Right.
So we just talked about the fire part. We'll talk about the ice part the next half
And
hour.
those hot springs are fueled by that volcanic
and
activity.
they are amazing.
Absolutely.
Yes.
amazing. All right. Thank you so much, Jill, for that. Taking a look at your day ahead. Well, welcome back, and thank you for joining us for another half hour of News Channel 2 Weekend. Today, I'm Katrina Smith. Let's get you right over to the Weather Center with meteorologist Jill Reel. It is kind of a slap in the face this morning, this cold weather after feeling those warmer temperatures, right?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, the sunshine is deceiving this morning because it looks like it's warm outside, but it's really not that warm. We are talking about temperatures in the 20s across the region. So it is a little cool to start, but at least we're seeing some sunshine to start for this morning. And as we go throughout the morning into the early afternoon, we are going to see an increase in clouds. It has to do with a weak disturbance that's now moving through western New York as well as northern New York. It's going to push through, giving us some extra cloud cover and a few flurries as it moves through late this morning into the early afternoon, around the noon hour. So as we go throughout the afternoon, do expect a little bit more in the way of some cloud cover. But as Katrina said, it is cold outside. Temperatures are in the 20s to start. We're 22 in Westernville, 26 in Westmoreland, 25 in Little Falls. Same story for the southern valleys. Oneonta was in the teens this morning, and now they're up to 21, 27 in Cooperstown. We'll make it into the low 30s for today, but much warmer weather is in the forecast for the next couple days. Look at that coming up. Katrina?
Thank you so much, Jill. And fire crews dealt with those frigid.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Jill Reel.
Lots of sunshine to start for your Saturday, but we are seeing some chilly temperatures across central New York. A live look at our Nexus camera. Downtown Utica, beautiful, beautiful blue sunny skies and quiet weather to start. Some people woke up a little bit of dusting of snow throughout the overnight. We do have another opportunity to see a few snow showers as we go throughout the late morning into the afternoon hours. But again, not expecting much in the way of accumulation. And I know we're getting closer to April. We're still seeing some cold temperatures across the region, most locations starting off in the 20s. Now, many locations, grass, but up north, still trying to hold on to that snowpack up in Osceola as well as Redfield and Old Forge. But lots of sunshine from Herkimer as you head towards Piseco, Oppenheim, and down towards Lawrence and Brookfield. So some sunshine to start for this morning, but I am tracking a weak disturbance that's going to move in that will bring us a few flurries as we go throughout the late morning into the early afternoon. Then we start to warm up. Slightly warmer weather as we head into Sunday, so the second half of the weekend will be about 10 degrees warmer into the 40s, and then we'll finally get into the 50s and perhaps low 60s as we get towards the beginning of the work week. Unfortunately, it's also going to come with a chance for some rain for the end of March and beginning of April. Quiet conditions on our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. As I zoom out, there's that weak disturbance extending from Watertown to Rochester. Not much with us, not a lot of moisture. It's going to push to the east as we go throughout the morning and into the afternoon. Again, just expect a little bit more cloud cover and a few flurries as we go throughout the late morning into early afternoon hours. So on our Skycast, again, you will see those flurries begin to show up and then push out. So by 3 p.m., we're seeing a mix of sun and clouds, not the full sunshine that we're seeing this morning, just a few extra clouds in the sky. As we head into tonight, quiet weather will continue. Temperatures will drop back into the upper 20s. Now tomorrow will be a little bit warmer. We'll see a mix of sun and clouds, more clouds and sun throughout the morning. And then into the afternoon, we'll make our way into the 40s. So slightly warmer weather for your Sunday, and then even warmer weather for Monday and Tuesday. So for today, a few flurries. Temperatures will be in the low 30s. A bit breezy as well. That wind out of the west-northwest around 15 miles per hour. Quiet weather for tonight. Temperatures will drop back into the 20s. And taking a look at the rest of your forecast. Partly to mostly cloudy skies for Sunday. Temperatures will be in the upper 40s. A little bit warmer as we head towards Monday. Now, if we do see a little bit more sunshine on Monday, temperatures will be in the upper 50s to near 60. Yes, we will be in the 60s for Tuesday and Wednesday, but unfortunately, it's going to come at the cost of some rain. So now I have the trivia question for those at home who are so eager to find out. So again, Iceland is known as the island of, I misspelled Iceland, so please don't. Well, actually, you can't email me anymore.
Iceland.
But it is the land of fire and ice. So how much of Iceland is covered by glaciers?
I think because you're such a science-minded person, you
Yes.
went to Iceland and you were so focused on science. I just was looking at the beautiful glaciers
Yes.
and the cleaving of the glaciers and like the colors. But I'll guess, let's say 50.
It's 11%.
That's it?
That's
I
it.
felt like I saw so much glacier activity.
Yeah, so most of it is in like more of the populated areas, but of course, with the temperatures warming up, that percentage is going to get less and less and less.
It's less now.
So if you can, go to Iceland soon before there's no more glaciers anymore.
Jeez Louise. All right, thank you, Jill. Well, today, stop pretending we're the boss.
For a first look at your forecast tonight at 6, here's meteorologist James DeFazio. And James, not too bad of a day out there today. Some sunshine.
It was aesthetically beautiful, but it was a little chilly with the wind. I'm not going to lie about that. We can still see, we're still seeing these blustery conditions. Take a look at the flagpole here in the Nexus cam. It is whipping in the wind. We're still seeing these 15 to 20 mile per hour 30+ mile per hour wind gusts, but we're not seeing as much in the way of snow showers. Earlier today, we saw a little bit in the way of some scattered snow showers. It was a quick whiteout for about 10 minutes in the city of Utica, and then things cleared out. These scattered showers are going to continue to become more scattered as the night progresses, and then completely come to an end. Temperatures across the region are chilly. We're in the mid-20s across the North Country, around the 30-degree mark in the Utica, the Mohawk Valley, the southern tier, upper 20s to low 30s. Currently at Griffiths and Rome, we're at 31 degrees with cloudy skies. And take a look at that west-northwest wind whipping at 21 miles per hour, making it feel like 18 degrees. That feel like temperature all the way down in the teens, despite it being in the 30s. We're tracking temperatures tonight to dip down into the 20s, and fortunately that wind does begin to subside. We'll talk about what else you can expect in the forecast coming up in just a couple of minutes. Gary?
James, thanks. State fire investigators.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Saturday evening. We're tracking warmer temperatures to return for the second half of the weekend. It's been a frigid day. It doesn't look that way. Take a look at downtown Utica. It looks beautiful and warm. You'd think it's a bright spring sunny day, and it is a bright spring sunny day, but it's chilly. Temperatures are in the 30s and it's blustery. Take a look at the flagpole there. We're seeing 20-mile-an-hour winds with gusts in excess of 30 miles per hour, and that does begin to subside tonight. Those windy conditions finally die down. In addition to that, we're tracking warmer temperatures for tomorrow. And then we're also tracking behind that, as we head into next week, April showers with the beginning of April, as well as warmer temperatures coming back into the forecast. Your Europol Battery Snow Tracker 2 live radar. We have some light lake effect snow across the region, some across the North Country, some light flurries across northern Herkimer County, as well as some flurries to the southwest of Utica. These are going to continue to become more few and far between as the night progresses, and eventually entirely fall apart and lift northward. We're continuing to track these blustery conditions, 20-mile-per-hour winds right now. Wind gusts were 30 to 35 miles per hour over the last half an hour. Fortunately, as the night progresses, these winds do die down as we head into the overnight. Blustery conditions do return as we head into tomorrow afternoon, but not to the level that we saw today. We're not going to see those 30-mile-per-hour wind gusts. We'll only see 10 to 20 mile per hour gusts Sunday afternoon with much warmer temperatures, albeit as well. Taking a look at our skycast for tonight, primarily a mix of sun and clouds for your evening with temperatures in the upper 20s, calm conditions with a couple of flurries possible through the overnight, and we're tracking a little bit of light snow across the North Country. Northern Hamilton County, northern Herkimer County, as well as northern Oneida County and Lewis County could see a little bit of light snow overnight into tomorrow morning. It would be very, very light in nature, only about a trace to an inch. Then just cloudy conditions for the remainder of Sunday. Temperatures rise up into the mid to upper 40s. It takes quite a bit of the day to get up into the upper 40s, but by the time it does, it is going to feel very nice because it has been downright chilly today with the breeze. Lows tonight around 24 degrees with mostly cloudy skies. Snow possible to the north. A look at your 7-day forecast. We're tracking a very rainy start to April, but take a look at the temperature on Tuesday. We're going to be pushing 70 degrees, upper 60s on Tuesday. A cold front works through Wednesday, brings temperatures back down to spring-like levels.
It's the ready, set, go.
First look at the forecast from meteorologist James DeFazio. James, what was going on today? There was sunlight, and then I also saw like snow.
We had a mix of snow and sun, which was a little unusual to see the combination so close together. It was a little bit of squalls, lake effect snow coming off of Lake Ontario, and it's that lake effect conditions where you see those snow. It snows, and then as soon as it stops, the sun comes out immediately after, and we saw that a couple of times today. Calmer conditions have settled in across downtown Utica and on most of central New York. We are tracking one band of very light lake effect snow. This is lifting northward, and it's going to be out of our area over the next hour or so. It's going to be set up across the Tug Hill Plateau for the overnight. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar showing this light snow. It's not going to bring much in the way of accumulation. We do have temperatures in the 20s, so we do have temperatures that could promote accumulation. It's just this is going to be a quick mover, and accumulation, if any, would only be a couple tenths of an inch up to an inch. 30 degrees with cloudy skies. Winds have finally died down to 5 miles per hour after an incredibly breezy day. Lows tonight are going to be in the mid-20s, approximately 24 degrees with mostly cloudy skies. Tomorrow, it's much warmer than today. Upper 40s by the late afternoon with mostly cloudy skies. Coming up, we'll take a look at when the weather takes its what the weather has in store for as we head into next week. Nolan.
James, thank you.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Saturday evening. It's been a cold, blustery day across central New York, but we are now beginning to transition into what is going to be much more seasonable-like temperatures for the remainder of the weekend. Take a look at downtown Utica, where it is calm, it is cool. It is unfortunately on the chillier side, and it has been for the entirety of the day today, but fortunately, it's going to change as we head into the day tomorrow. The other thing that's going to change is it's been blustery. We're going to see windy conditions subside tonight. Unfortunately, windy conditions return tomorrow, but I wouldn't say windy. A little blustery, a little breezy, not nearly as windy today. We don't see 30 to 40 mile per hour gusts, but we do see 20 mile per hour gusts tomorrow afternoon, so I have to mention it. It is going to be much warmer tomorrow, up into the upper 40s. We're also tracking April showers and warmer temperatures ahead. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Some light snow lifting northward, just some nuisance snow. Some of that is not even reaching the ground because it is quite dry in the atmosphere as well. Winds across the state have subsided, but as I mentioned, they are going to return tomorrow afternoon, but not quite to the level that we saw today. As we head into tomorrow afternoon, we see the wind gusts tick up to about 15 to 20 miles per hour during the early to mid-afternoon, but it's not going to be those 35, 40 mile per hour gusts that we saw today. It's also going to be a warmer wind. We're going to see winds out of the south. Temperatures are going to climb into the upper 40s. The warming trend continues. Tuesday, we're going to make a run at 70 degrees. We're going to see upper 60s on Tuesday. It's going to be a very warm day with some showers mixed in. A look at Skycast for the remainder of tonight. A couple of flurries lifting northward across the North Country. We see a little bit of light snow overnight. possibly a coating to an inch across the North Country. The rest of us just see cloudy conditions. But if you're across the North Country, northern Oneida, northern Herkimer County, you could see a couple tenths of an inch of snow overnight tonight. Otherwise, cloudy conditions until tomorrow morning. That snow doesn't stick around as temperatures rise tomorrow all the way up into the mid 40s and during the afternoon, upper 40s during the early evening, and it stays mild into the overnight. Tonight, temperatures are going to get down into around 24 degrees with mostly cloudy skies, around 49 for your high tomorrow with mostly cloudy conditions. I'll look at your 7-day forecast. We're tracking calm conditions to continue through the end of the weekend and a warm-up straight into next week. And it continues and peaks on Tuesday with highs in the upper 60s and showers. Rainy conditions, rounds of rain Tuesday and Wednesday.